Should we just get straight into it these days, rather than doing the whole door vibe, because that might change at some point. I've got to sort out the front subframe, or a few front subframes actually, for the Group A car, or a few. There's been some bits going on, but it's none of your business. So the Group A cars had slightly different front subframes. The really difficult bit is they went from a ball joint here, so this is the ball joint for the lower control arm. They went from a ball joint to a spherical that's in double shear, and I did look at trying to make some kits to retain the ball joint so people could like buy Group A arms, but the strength just isn't there with the type of fittings that they use. Whereas if you go to double shear, it's 3.5 times stronger than the standard setup, and they changed the mounting points as well, so it's a bit advantageous to the old roll centre that Skyline people are into, aren't they? So first thing I need to do is make a jig so I can drill a hole, which is where the bolt goes for the lower control arm. So that's task number one. I scanned a Group A car a while ago. I can't remember if I said, but a very kind person said, yeah, you can scan mine, and then we took half of it to bits. I scanned all of it. One of the things that I scanned was the subframe, but the main data I pulled out was just the axes of where the arms are and these mounting points. So what I'm going to do is make a jig off this. This is the chassis mounting point at the back, and it's going to hold a hole saw arbor, and then I'm just going to send a hole through there. Not send. Don't like it when people say send. It's overused, isn't it? I'm going to put a hole through there. I'm going to drill a hole through there. I'm going to bore a hole through there. So that's step one. We'll crack on with that, and we'll see how much we get done. I got a big block of EN3. I was going to use this for something else, but it wasn't big enough. So I cut it. I've skimmed it in the mill already. I've decided I was going to make a video of it. So here we are. This fits in here. I need to go over to the mill and drill a load of holes. What we're going to do is drill holes so it can bolt to this. Drill more holes so it can bolt to a little tower, and then drill a couple more holes so I can turn it around and it will still be located in the right side for the other side because it's not completely symmetrical. So milling machine, we're over there. Ignore any markings that you can see. They're not in the right place and they don't really mean anything. Second piece, I need a tower between what we just machined and the kind of hole saw holder. So that's what this is. Just a fresh piece of, I don't know, cold drawn something. I don't know. It's a square piece of stock, isn't it? EN3. I'm just getting it as straight as it needs to be. I'd say that's as straight as it needs to be. So we'll skim the top, put the same holes in it, and then figure out how long it needs to be, and we'll go from there. I'll skip this bit. I did have some spray, but then I replaced it with this. I thought it'd last longer. I don't like it as much, and it seems to be lasting forever, so I kind of just got to see it out now, I think. So yeah, I'll skim that. Now I guess I'll drill the holes in that match the other one. Step by step, we'll get there. Get it? Right, that's tapped, and I'll put pins in those. Although it's quite excessive tight tolerances for something that is just putting a hole saw through something. Right, this needs to be shortened so it's the right height, and then this will go on there. I think what I'm going to do is this will bolt on. It has to be an offset a little bit. I'll put a shoulder for it to sit up against, and then it will have maybe a recess here, and I'll put bolts in there, and the shoulder will sit on the recess. We'll try that as plan 1 because it needs the longest bit of that, and then if it doesn't work we'll go for a plan B. So let's cut that, because I'm not going to mill that down because it will take my entire life. You bright enough there? A bit brighter, sir. Okay, we're back in, squared up. I put a DTI down here so the same face is level, we're upright. And then I zeroed off this side and this side before, so I'm going to skim the face, zero off again between these two with my wiggler. And then, what was I going to do? And then recess for the old hole saw holder thingy. Thanks. Right, I've measured the thickness of it, so now I've put that in the DRO, I know how much to take off. Just need to do a retard check. That's definitely going that way, so my cut needs to be that way. Find the middle, offset, we're all good. I think I might be a while, so I'm going to let you go for a bit, and we'll catch up when it's all grooved. Happy days. Right, 2 more ops, and then we're alright, and we... That seems alright, doesn't it? So I think if I just put a slot under here for now, and then I'll be able to get a cap head or something, and it will just clamp it down. I'm just going to do it and see if it's alright. If it's good for drilling but not holding to weld it afterwards, then the idea is all of this is mega accurate, so I can put a pin in instead of this drilling fixture. I'll put a pin fixture in, then it's all good. But I reckon it will do both. I reckon it will be alright. if the Pope shits in the woods but no one's around to hear it, was I doing nothing for 6 months? No, I was doing lots. I was doing skyline bits for other people, thinking of kind of businessy ideas, and I was converting this to CNC. I couldn't turn some bits. I wanted to do prototype bits in-house. I couldn't turn spheres, but now I can turn spheres. I will do a video on this, but there's still a couple of bits that I want to change, like the motion controller isn't very good. I can't do threads. I thought I'd be able to do threads. Got an encoder and stuff, but it just doesn't. So I'm gonna get it to a point where I can go, right, I'm happy with that, and then I'll do a video just in case anyone's interested in converting lathes. And this is like a prototype at home vibe. I mean, it's not a you're not going to do anything high volume on something like this, but it's pretty cool. Sometimes it's quicker than turning by hand, and it's easier to get things accurate because you just type them in and then it does it. I mean, that's 16mm on the nail, which is it's quite alarming really. But yeah, skylines, let's do skylines. Forget about this. Go back to this. It's a little subframe locator to locate it. Right. I think we're at the point of marking and chopping some subframes and see where we're at. Pretty sure I could do this without jigging the whole thing, but let's be motorsport about it, guys. It's a bit mill heavy, this video, isn't it? Sorry guys, here's what it is. Right, for reasons I can't be bothered to explain, I'm going to drill this with an end mill. So I'm going to drill 2 holes for 2 of the subframe mounts, do the other side, flip them over, drill holes so I can get bolts in from the other side, and then we have to do the other end. I can't do both ends on 1 mil because this my x-axis is only 360mm and I need, I don't know, 20mm more than that. Such is life, right? So change of plan, being able to remeasure it off here and then use the DRO to go from this one to this one, and then I can go back, so I can do it all here without having to scribe or measure stuff, so that's good. Right, we're getting somewhere. I've done these for both sides. So this is where it goes. That's going to bolt to that. That will bolt to the bottom. One side will index against the jig that we've just made, and then I'll do some cross banter at some point and weld it on my flat bench. All of these, I just need to turn up little bosses that go in between here and just hold it real tight rather than just going on the tolerance of a bolt. It's not really going to be good enough. Plus I think these are like 16.7 and I'm not going to get an M16.5 bolt from anywhere, am I? So that's the next job. Turn them up. not the sexiest example of what it can do, but I mean that's not bad, is it? Get it? We all on board? We're almost there. The jig's done. I need to do the crossbars in the middle so it's all square and stuff. Had a bit of a lathe incident. I was trying to get stuff done whilst I wasn't actually in the shed, and I've forgotten to wire up one of the shutdowns and it didn't shut down. So seems like a good place to end this video. I'm going to crack on. I'll carry on filming. It's been quite nice to film again, and in the next one we'll just finish the subframes. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Maybe let me know if you want to see anything specific. Try my best.